Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can connect your Schoology to your Infinite Campus so that you can transfer data from Schoology to Infinite Campus without having to do this manually. Please note that in order to do this, you must start by making sure that you set up your categories and grade calc options. You want to make sure that in Infinite Campus you have the different categories that you're going to be grading students under, or at least the categories that you plan to use with Schoology if you are transferring things immediately. And grade calc options, obviously you need to do this in order to set up your book so that grades can go in appropriately. Once this is done, and once you have done all of this, you can actually now go to Schoology and begin with the first step, which is actually to download the Infinite Campus app. Please note that this right here does not work. I have tried it several times and it doesn't seem to work too well. My recommendation to you is that you click here and then you go to App Center. So don't waste your time by going the other way. Go down, find Infinite Campus, and once you click there, you want to install the app and you want to agree. Of course, I suggest you read it before you agree. I have already read it, so I'm going quickly here. So you want to click on the classes that you want to make sure that Infinite Campus connects to, whatever classes it is that you have. And you want to make sure that once that's done, you just click that right there, which is the actual course. Do not click this here. That opens up another other options. So you want to click install, and once you do this, you have pretty much connected your classes. Please note that when you go to your class, you do have the ability to go to Gradebook and set up grade calc options here and do all of the things that some schools decide to do in terms of keeping grades within Schoology. I don't suggest you use this, and if you are, which I did sort of to help me keep some of the categories, my suggestion to you, this is very important for everyone across, is that you actually hide the overall grade in student grade report and hide grade period grades in the grade report. Now what this does is this will hide the grade from Schoology to students. So this is very important because if you don't hide the grades from here, students are going to go to the gradebook on each one of the periods and they're going to see a grade. But that grade may not really reflect what's on Infinite Campus. And you don't want that confusing. That can be really, really confusing. So my suggestion to you is that you actually hide your grades in Schoology so that when students actually click on this, they'll see the grades on the assignments, but they're not going to see an overall grade. They won't see grades that are going to confuse them. So that is definitely a recommendation that I believe everyone should follow if all your grades don't live in Schoology. Which in my case, and I believe probably everyone in our district, you're not going to have your grades, all of your grades in Schoology. Anyway, so what's interesting here is that once you actually create material and once you start creating your assignments, you are going to be able to go into Gradebook. You want to click at Gradebook, and one of the things that you're going to see is that once you have your assignments, you're going to have this right here. These are the sync in buttons where actually if I click this over here, it's going to sync my Gradebook into a queue that it's going to try to push data into Infinite Campus. Now, one of the things that I like to do here is just go into this, and this shows me the assignments and what it's trying to go into Infinite Campus. So one of the things that you'll see is this. The reason why this happens is because these assignments here do not have a date or a grade calculation to them. Let me show you what that means. So I'm going to click here. And every time you provide a homework or an assignment, there is a category, right? Well, if you put ungraded, then this is not going to push this assignment into Infinite Campus. I do have a lot of assignments in my classes that are not intended to be graded in Infinite Campus, and for that reason, I always mark them whenever I'm creating them or sending them to a course. I'm making sure that they are ungraded. But if you plan to have it go into Infinite Campus, then you can put a category to it, and now that, alongside with a date, will absolutely allow you to push it and allow the data to go into Infinite Campus. So as you notice right here, this one homework was able to go. That's because I clicked this here, and what that does is it actually sort of really refreshes this. If you were to look at it right now, there's only one grade for a couple of students in this class. However, if 3 students right now were to complete this particular assignment, and I was to update, I could actually click on this. I could click this right here, which pretty much refreshes it and pushes the information into Infinite Campus, and within seconds, it's going to appear in my Infinite Campus. So here's how it's going to look for you. So once you are, let's say, in your period 3, as you just saw me refresh the work from here, one of the things that's going to happen is we're going to get this new little thing here. This is absolutely new. We've never had this before, where this new little thing comes up. So once you have that, you need to click on it, and you need to obviously choose it, and you need to select the actual category that it's going into. Once you do that, you can click Save, and the grades will actually, it will create the new column, and it will update the grades that are on that. Obviously, I'm not going to do that right now because my students haven't really gotten to that yet. But in your case, you may have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 assignments that are being pushed into Infinite Campus. That's how you set up your gradebook. Very important that if your courses are not traveling to Infinite Campus, it probably means that your gradebook, that you did not set a date. I tried this before and I didn't have a date on an assignment and it wouldn't push it to Infinite Campus. So it's very important that you actually do set a date for your assignment so that it allows for the syncing to take place. Remember, refresh with this, and you can use this right here to make sure that you are refreshing it immediately, that it's actually pushing that particular assignment to your Infinite Campus. So that's really it. That is what it comes down to, and that is basically a great way for you to create assignments, or better yet, create quizzes and exams that you can easily then transport the data from here without having to actually manually do all the work of entering each student's grade. I hope this is helpful, and I hope this tool becomes helpful for you.